Let's take a look at how we convert from grams to moles for a compound using the molar mass. So, you perform a reaction that produces 56.21 grams of calcium sulfate. How many moles is this? This is kind of an important thing to be able to determine because we can measure grams in the lab, but moles is the only way that we're going to be able to look at using balanced equations and such. It also helps us to compare one compound to another. So we do want to make sure we can convert between them. So we already have something that relates grams of a compound to the number of moles. That's the molar mass. We've already found it for calcium sulfate in other videos. So it's 136.141 grams per mole. And if you'll recall, we can make two conversion factors from that molar mass. We have 136.141 grams of calcium sulfate for every 1 mole of calcium sulfate, or for every 1 mole calcium sulfate, there's 136.141 grams of calcium sulfate. I already know the grams, so I'm going to want to use the conversion that has grams in the bottom so that I can get rid of my grams and have my units in moles. So I'm going to set it up. It's 56.21 grams times 1 mole over 136.141 grams. I'm going to put this over 1 so I line up everything appropriately. Go ahead and multiply through, and I get 0.41, that long number, which rounds to 0.4129 moles of calcium sulfate. You do want to make sure that you practice these because these are going to be absolutely essential when we start looking at stoichiometry. We're going to do lots and lots and lots of these calculations. To help with that, I have a few different practices here. So practice converting these values into moles. So 99.21 grams of sodium chloride, 18.657 grams of calcium hydroxide, 156.521 grams of sugar, and 18.00 grams of water. Do make sure that you use proper significant figures throughout.